Wonderful, wonderful file name there, though. That's all right. That's the thing about running New Game Plus categories, especially in a marathon setting. And since you're not getting many shards and out of bounds, it's really easy to just hit a few deaths and then die. So. But yeah, we get to enjoy the Ninja Village, enjoy the craziness that is getting into tower early. So. Yeah, so I mean, I already commentated, so nothing that we haven't really seen before.
You could talk about the history of the category,
Um,
because I know his previous PB was a completely different route.
oh yeah, sure. So you saw there, we're going through, we go through Autumn to get to the Tower of Time. But like originally, when this game first came out, people were obviously just playing New Game Plus, or sorry, when the New Game Plus patch dropped, people would just play New Game Plus out of bound. It's like the normal 8-bit out of bounds route, going through every level, getting the catacomb skip, um, all that sort of thing. But by the time I started running this category, we discovered that using the same clip that any percent out of bounds uses to get to Sunken Shrine a little bit faster, um, there is you can also just drop down to where the grotto portal is and use that to get to Tower of Time. And that ended up being around a 15-minute run. For top level, I believe world record was like a mid 14, low 14 time by stalls. And then a little bit later, Vitalya found this new form of clipping where we use the rope dart and drop downward was discovered. And Vitalya found you could get to the Autumn Hills portal, like we just saw. So, and also the developments with the Tower of Time routing, put the category from like a 20-minute, 25-minute run into an under 6-minute run. That has become pretty darn optimized. And honestly pretty fun to grind. And also brought the full any percent down to under an hour, which is cool that we can beat this game in under an hour from a fresh file. So, and then I guess I'll talk about, so we're seeing this version of downward clipping using just a rope dart, but I believe it was Grandius who found, and there's the Ultra Steel, I guess Blue Steel since we're not going the full way, but that was very nice. But Grandius found that you can use a shuriken to rope dart while crouching and to rope dart the top of a block that's one tile above the ground. And what that essentially does is when your rope dart attaches you to a wall, it first off puts the ninja into a fully extended hitbox, so you're going from crouching to extended, and your Y position gets set to the top pixel of that tile. So then, since that tile is one tile above the ground, your ninja's full body is just inside the ground. And that clip is super versatile. We can use it now to get the Autumn Hills note on the first trip through Autumn Hills, which is crazy. There's a slightly faster version of the clip to get into HQ. And I'm sure there's other things that will be found once if someone wants to comb through the New Game Plus out of bounds route. But yeah, I mean that's where we are with this category now. Just seeing these clips again from Vitalya. He's super consistent with these. I say that, but yeah, there we go. But yeah, very... And the Wizrobe just really likes teleporting to that spot. That happened both times through here. That's unfortunate, but... here we go. This tower's so, the tower is so mind-blowing. At least it really was to me when I first saw it. Oh, and here we're showing off, I believe. Oh no, okay, just opting not to do that clip. I'm not sure. But there is, I guess the other thing is that I can talk about is here's a clip. It's a blind clip that you can do to skip the Arcane Golem fight and clip straight into the transition cutscene going into 16-bit. No one has gone for it in linear or any percent runs. Obviously, you can't do it for 8-bit because the endpoint of the category is that boss fight. But that is something that if somebody really wants to push linear out of bounds down to sub 14, that we might see in 2025 or whatever. So, but yeah, we're almost catching up. Another really good run. Depending on the Arcane Golem fight, it might be another sub 7, which is crazy consistency. So yeah, doing the same sort of thing on Arcane Golem. Very nice. I'm not sure how much extra health is added in New Game Plus, but generally the Windmill Shurikens more than compensate for that. The fight can go really off the rails without Windmill Shurikens if you're not being consistent with your rope dart reattaches. But another very nice 8-bit time, especially since he didn't do the full tower out of bounds. So going into Cloud Ruins, I'm curious if he'll be a little safer, maybe take the checkpoint in Rope Dart Climb Room and just not go for the cycle. So yeah, Cloud Ruins, welcome back. It's an ancient civilization of cloud giants in the sky that has now fallen into ruin. Very cool. I think there's something to do with the Clockwork Concierge and forces and demons and stuff. I haven't read the entire wiki, but oh, second try clip. I thought that was another first try, and I was going to be very impressed. For some run, for some reason, that clip is really hard for me. I don't know if it's the height or the fact that we're in 16-bit, but yeah. But yeah, here we are, Manford Chase. So basically back to where we were. That's really nice recovery from that mistake by Vitalya. That happening is definitely has to be super frustrating as a runner. But yeah, we're moving through. Yeah, so taking that checkpoint. You can still... Nah, not fast enough. You can still hit the cycle, but your rope climb has to be very clean. It can be tough. Oh, wow! I've never... So, normally we don't rope dart... Or at least I don't rope dart, so I can just use Demon's Bane. But there, Vitalya used a rope dart slash and a windmill shuriken to get through that block and skip the cycle. That's very nice. Or also, yeah, that was a teleport, not a splice, even though the game also just happened to lag a little bit. We basically what happens is when you kill an enemy, the enemy doesn't die because it's costly to delete the whole object. Here's another. Oh, unfortunate. But so when you kill an enemy, the enemy's object, the reference to the enemy is saved and it's put in what's called like in an object graveyard. And so the game can reuse the same enemy object whenever a new one spawns in. So if you kill an enemy, um, and then after killing, while your rope dart holds the reference to the enemy is what your rope dart's attached to. That enemy dies and an enemy of the same type spawns in before you arrive at that enemy's location. Then you teleport to where the new enemy spawns in, so you teleport completely across the screen, so it saves a good amount of time. I think 2 to 3 seconds, depending on the room. There's tons of shenanigans that can happen. I think there's vertical teleports. You can teleport off mushroom cap heads, and it's crazy. Super cool tech. There's so many in Cloud Ruins, especially in 8-bit when you're going through any percent. Obviously, we saw the 2 that are in the 8-bit no out of bounds run. And there's a few more if you have the rope dart in just normal NG plus and the other 8-bit stages. Only Quillshroom actually for some reason. But here we're chasing this red Kappa. We'll see if Vitalya shows mercy or decides to kill it. I am a strong advocate of always murdering the red Kappa, but Vitalya lets it go live happily by falling into the Underworld. And I think letting it live is the achievement. There's an achievement for letting it live, not for killing it. But here we go on to the Manford boss fight. Hopefully we can see the Balford glitch. That would be great. If you don't get Balford, especially with the windmill, you completely shred the health bar. Even if you don't get Balford, the fight still is nice to have windmill, but oh, I thought that had it. But here we see the windmills. I think they multi-hit Manfred's hitbox because of some shenanigans. So you're still able to get a pretty nice fight in New Game Plus without windmill. Yeah, that was very good. Very good Balford list from Vitalya. But yeah, you kill the boss in like 6 seconds if you have the windmill. It's absurd if you get Balford because of Manfred shenanigans. But the identity of the secret wanderer has been revealed. It's Varmathazel. And we go into Underworld, which is the last level. Actually, there is a teleport in this first room. We use the Poursuivant Piquants. I do not speak French. I don't know if you can tell. But that teleport actually ends up losing time because you have to backtrack and wait for it to move across the screen. So it's more of a swag strat than anything. So teleports don't always save time, in fact. But here we are going through Underworld. This level is super cool. I really like it as the last level of Linear. There's some really cool movement, some really cool rooms. The 16-bit looks great, maybe not 8-bit so much. But the soundtrack's amazing. Here we have the third type of flip going through that gate right there. Oh no. That's it's very funny. Can we get a 1 tile? They're very nice. Yeah, but if there's some spaces in the game where if you just spam rope dart and jump, you just go through a ceiling. I don't know exactly how it works. I think it has to do with how your rope dart interacts with the ceiling and getting onto tiles and all that, but that's a nice little bit to save the hard strat of riding the lava platform or spike damage boosting, so. And choosing to wait out the saw. Oh, taking it a little too tight. You can damage boost on the little lava droplets there, but I think the beginning of the room was a little bit too slow, so. And oh no, he's gonna be, yeah, low on health here, so. There should be HP, yeah, on one of these since he died, which is nice. But the inclusion of HP in a lantern after death is a really nice aspect that makes dying a little less terrible. And skipping the checkpoint for the frames, very nice. Obviously, you have to go out of your way to get that checkpoint. But sometimes, like especially me in marathon, if I'm doing marathons or races, I will opt to get it because I am a wuss who does not want to lose more time than necessary. Vitalya is very confident in his Underworld. Here we're racing super far ahead of the lava chasing us. It's not even there. This room's another room I really like. It's super fun to play. Very tall vertical chase sequence that isn't really a chase. You're dropping down through the saws, using that Demon's Bane strategically on the blocks. Very nice there. Basically preserving the Demon's Bane so that you can just skip through all the blocks all at once. And it is now time for the Barmouth Azel fight. Getting that nice little Hansan on the end of that room. And we'll see here, we can just do this windmill juggle to get a ton of damage in. And then we do the normal Varma strat of trap. Oh no. You want to try to trap him in the corner, but he wasn't really cooperating. And the patterns of the little guys on the wall were not cooperating. But fortunately, we have plenty of health to damage boost this undodgeable attack. And we're closing out the run. Very nice time, 1706. With loads, that's really good. Especially with the death, so. Awesome run from Vitalya, showing off the coolness that is New Game Plus Out of Bounds. Unfortunately, we will not be seeing full any %. That's a great category though. So yeah, thank you Vitalya for that great run. Is Picnic Panic next, or is 100% Second Quest next?
Next up, if you read the schedule, we're supposed to do a Picnic Panic Out of Bounds, but we have to switch things around. We're doing a Second Quest first.
Alright.
Then we'll do Picnic Panic. The Picnic Panic race between Vitalya and Narga.
Alright, great.
So yeah, wait. I'm doing things. I am doing things. I know what I'm doing, kind of. So yeah, we'll take a short break to set up Second Quest 100%. And we'll be back. We'll make sure that Vitalya can come back. Vitalya can come back after Second Quest 100%. I'm getting echo from where? From Halfling. Halfling, you naughty boy. Yeah. Okay. Oh god, everything's weird. Okay, yeah. Intermission. Let's go. Woo.